The way that things are about to drastically change for you in such a good way, I feel like is going to blow your mind. Hi, hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Whenever you come across this video, thank you so much for choosing to spend a little bit of time with me. I'm so grateful for every single one of you. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the likes, shares, and subscribes. Everyone who's booking, making purchases off the website, pledges to the Patreon, sending things to the P.O. Box, and purchases off the wish list. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you dearly. Hey, so there is this energy, where I feel like things are going to change very quickly. Okay. Um, it's like you may be in one kind of position, right? It may seem a little rocky or a little, there's something that you may be worried about, or, and I feel like these unexpected changes, it could be some sort of relationship, something that you've been working really hard on, right? I feel like you've been actually working really hard tending to the garden here, okay? Tending to your garden, right? Internally, externally. Um, yeah, yeah, and it feels like there's something that is going to drastically change. hmm Yep, with that believe coming out here. There's somebody that admires you here. I feel like there's like this energy of being in one space, right? And it just all of a sudden like quickly changing. I was also picking up too at the beginning of this. I don't know if you've ever seen that. Look, this rescued energy, Jewel of the Sea. Um, and it's not to say that like you're being rescued maybe by someone else or anything. It's like you kind of saved yourself here, with the help of the divine or whatever it is, however you kind of, and it feels like there's an energy of as within, so without, right? There's also, if you've ever seen the show Once Upon a Time, okay, where there was like a curse, right? Somebody had put a curse on the whole town, right? And they didn't remember who they were. They were just playing these characters um, because they didn't remember who they really were. And there is something about this, um, you working through this or something, some sort of veil kind of being lifted here when it comes to that, right? And they're showing me this image. I just did a Patreon video, um, and there's this lyric that says the line between two dots, and I got a whole message over there about that. But there's another message here where it's like the two dots and a line, right? Where someone maybe was blocking, the third eye of only allowing people to see with their physical eyes, right? But they're, with this human myth here in this winter, it's like you've gone through some sort of dark night. And so it's like that has been removed from you here, right? Some sort of blockage that was placed onto you has been removed. And so, and I think you've done this, right, through healing, um, generational things or trauma from your own life or past lifetimes. I feel like it's a combination of everything, right? And there is a space of I'm feeling it big in my sacral and my solar here, calling your power back. Um, yeah, because there's this Yeah, you've ended some sort of family poverty, okay? Something that is like maybe your family didn't have, like, wasn't in poverty per se, right? But there was some sort of like generational something here, right? When it comes to like beliefs around money, success, stability, security, maybe even relationships. There's something about that here, okay? Especially, um, yeah, especially maybe when it comes to your occupation, right? What you do, how hard you have to work, right? There's definitely this energy where you're breaking. We have the family room, poverty, and coffin, right? It's like there's this energy where, and in the distant horizons, we have this privileged individual, okay? Um, Somebody that knows their worth, right? It's not privileged in an ego way, but it's privileged in a way of like, I know my birthright. I know what I'm capable of. I know, my value. I know what I bring, with me anywhere I go. There's something about that, right? It's not just what you bring to the table, but it's what you bring to the bus stop, is what I just heard. What you bring, to work, what you bring, um, to family or to, those around you, friends. There's this energy, and yeah, there's like this generational thing, curse or trauma or limitation or whatever you want to call it, right? That was kind of written on the DNA here. It is very much, it has very much affected the way that you, one, view yourself, but also view the way that you fit in, right? What is your role in any place that you go? Okay. And there is this kind of almost this like, well, yes, being in service of others is um, what we're meant to do here. It's like, but you're not meant to be a servant. Okay. There's like a difference. Okay. And so, and there's like a very drastic, in that shift in perception and that releasing of that energy. There's a very drastic shift in your focus, okay? What's important, and also what you, yeah, look, we have unexpected income with message. I also feel like someone may be in some sort of despair here, okay? Uh, they were expecting something, and I'm not sure that it went the way that they anticipated here, okay? And that there's also something too, maybe about you could be expecting something to go a certain way, right? But that actually comes from this generational, like, poverty mark, is what they're saying. Like, maybe it was like a mark on the DNA or something like that here, okay? Um, yeah, you're coming out of this, is what I just heard here, okay? Your devotion is, yeah, the crone. Okay. All right. Okay, so we have crone energy. All right. This is like the master, the teacher, the, you know, the shadow, the destroyer. Look, you are like a master, like, okay, so there's definitely some sort of red string theory happening here. Okay, the thread, and we have this devotion, this journey. It feels like there is certainly, um, and this comes with this balance. It comes with destroying this shadow here, right? This limitation, okay? But with the crone coming out, you certainly know. And look, this crow is actually, so crows might be significant, but is holding a pentacle, right? There is some sort of like significant reward, right, for alchemizing this. It's like you're breaking the chains for a lot of people here, okay? Um, yeah, and there is a lot of balance and integration happening here. There's also this mirroring energy with this the red string theory, right? The red string theory is there's like this invisible red string, right? That connects you and someone else and like I don't know, like that type of energy. Um, it does feel romantic here. All right, tell me more about this for the collective. Look, milk and honey. We've been getting that energy a lot. I feel like, we are in the year of the snake, so it makes sense that we've been doing quite a bit of shadow work here, okay? Exchanging gifts, clean it up. hmm Unfinished symphony. Like I said, there's some sort of red string theory coming back around. Something's being regenerated. This is something within you here that's being regenerated here. There's also this energy of maybe new people, new uh, community here that it's like you are connecting with. Okay, and there's some sort of exchange that's happening there, but it would be a positive exchange. There is also, too, with breaking these chains, there's generational gifts that are coming with this as well, right? Something maybe significant with hands, right? Healing hands or something that you would do with your hands, create, write, something like that. Yeah, music. I mean, you do a lot of things with your hands, you know what I mean? Tell me more about this cleaning up here. This here and now by the book, deep knowing. There's been some sort of there's something about following in footsteps or again this generational thing here with this deep knowing about this Okay. So your current reality, this is the deep knowing. Your current reality is reflecting this. Again, it was like this poverty wound or like this, I heard it again, poverty mark, right? A mark on the DNA. Um, so maybe someone in the past maybe made a decision that created this mark, or they could have experienced something that created this mark, okay? Um, but there is this like deep knowing here that it's like whatever your current reality is, it's a reflection of that. And so you are healing from that. And you're like master at this here, okay? So, all right. So this is bringing in a change in the wind. Yeah, round and around with the spiral, right? So if you are concerned about things or worried or you're expecting something to go one way, you're being encouraged to breathe. Okay? Just breathe because, you know, yeah, there's like solutions, resolutions. Again, it's almost like the reality that you're experiencing at this time could very well be a reflection. And keep in mind, right? This poverty mark, it's not going to show up financially for everyone, right? I'm really just getting, it's like you could be doing very well financially, but what's your work-life balance? Do you know what I mean? What is how do you like show up in those in different experiences there, right? There's more of this energy. It's again, they're reminding me of being in service and being the servant, right? And there's a huge difference in that. And that poverty mark almost created the servant programming, which then implies the people pleasing and all of these things, right? So again, you could be doing very well financially, but are you selling yourself short, or are you, burning yourself to because you're afraid of there's like this programming of like, well, this is what I got to do in order to make it, right? That's what everyone's, everyone is telling me, right? But the divine is telling you something different because you're removing this again, this they keep calling it a poverty mark, right? It's almost like very much, I don't know, something about the Holocaust. May they all rest in peace. Anyways, and like being marked, right? But it's like so this could be something like generational that was created by the government and what, their I heard tomfoolery, okay? Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. But yeah, it's like, but you're removing it, right? You're removing it. So yeah, that's why it's there may be something going on in the physical. Yeah, see, this is like this Five of Swords, like kind of being in battle in this way, right? And then we have this King of Swords of like knowing the truth here, okay? The sun with the star. Oof. And then the Six of Pentacles, there's that return of energy, right? Whether it be, finances or, people are like, oh, collective, you do everything around here. Let me take some things off your hands, right? Or, the right people show up in your environment in whatever way to start helping you out, right? Or there are people that, there's something about the way that there may be new community that's showing up in some type of way, or it's there community that is there to support you, and also hold like pull their own weight, right? They see you differently, they view you differently because that mark has been removed, and so that veil or that perception, it's like you're not consciously seeing yourself that way, right? It's a subconscious thing that I feel like is been on the bloodline, okay? Yeah. All right. Final messages about this, please. Nine of Pentacles. I mean, yeah. Nine of Cups. Ooh, we have the Empress. So some of you, if you're single right now, you may be going into getting into a relationship in some type of way, or there is, you can be the Empress and not be in a relationship. There's something about being a mother or a father here, okay? There's some sort of elevation, right? The Nine of Pentacles is the Empress in the minor arcana, okay? I guess actually that's very funny. The Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups, both of those, I guess, it's like there's some sort of elevation, right? See how similar that energy is? Going from the minor arcana to this major arcana here, okay? Um, yeah, and this hermit energy, okay? This I feel like is that red string. This hermit is that red string. My ear just started ringing here. This person, my left ear, this person may be talking about you, okay? Thinking about you. Yeah, the sun. They may be coming out, right? They like showing themselves, or you know what I mean? Like there's something, yeah. I don't I don't know why I want to say they may want to come forward. So like is there I don't know. Yeah, they've been watching Page of Wands. There's also this energy too where somebody there's somebody that is seeing that you either didn't receive something that you were meant to, okay? You got pushed out, this could be a lot of different things, okay? But there was something that you were meant to receive, whether it be a position in a job, a relationship, some sort of inheritance, spiritual or financial, or something, or there's just some sort of observation where you were left out of something that you shouldn't have been. And this is being seen, okay? Being seen by someone who is not seen. By this hermit energy, being seen by someone who is, but this person, I think and that makes sense with this coming forward. There's an energy that has been, observing some things here. What else? Yeah. This person is maybe about to take some sort of action. There's also something too, yeah, where it's like, definitely growth here. Again, um, here's that red string. We have the King and Queen of Wands, both, in the red here. This Two of Wands here. There's a lot of fire energy, a lot of wand energy. Okay, so there's a lot of passion. Okay. Um, yeah. There's someone that wants to come give you something, right? Some sort of yeah, they want to end some sort of they want to end something, something that I feel like it's like some sort of battle. Okay. This may be separate than this red string theory, okay, but it may also, this red string theory may be kind of bringing this to the forefront, right? This is someone that wants to come forward here, okay? Yeah, I heard speak on your behalf. Someone that wants to speak on your behalf. There's been a decision that's been made. Yep, two of swords in reverse here with the Ten of Cups. What's the decision? What's the decision that's been made here? To come forward. That's what I heard. To come forward. Something about your character. You know, this is a similar message to what we get, yeah, but I feel like you're gonna get a phone call here, the tower. See how she's on the phone, right? With the sun and that page of wands. There's you know, there's like this energy where something, again, going back to those drastic changes, this phone call, this tower moment, whatever this is, it is like showing you, it's like, oh, my hard work is paying off. Okay, there's something that suddenly comes through that brings through some sort of evidence about some sort of hard work that you've been doing on your own, or yeah, clearing out the confusion here. There's something about really getting to know yourself, really learning to love yourself here, that's definitely very important when it comes to this, again, that mark, poverty mark, right? Or the mark of the servant, right? Mark of the beast, something which that is maybe triggering for some people. Yeah, that would be bloodline for sure. Again, they're reminding me that maybe somebody in the past made a decision. Somebody in the past made a decision to put a mark on, you know what on the bloodline, on the DNA that created, you know, this poverty mark, right? And it essentially put out the frequency, right? Something like that, that you, yeah. Yeah, so when you get this phone call, right? You release this restriction, this mark, right? Um, and and then it's like there's also this like empowerment there because I feel like it's like, oh wow, I just did that, right? It feels like quickly, like something is quickly coming in here. Something again that unexpected, you were expecting it to go a different way. Yeah. But it's like that's how close you were to being out of this, right? And you do this work and then boom, we have this emperor energy here. They're telling me again, red string theory, masculine or feminine. Yeah, with the Seven of Pentacles. hmm Yeah, some sort of discovery of who you are here. hmm So, anyways, collective seems like a big job. Allow yourself the time and the space. Um, and can't wait to hear about this red string theory. But anyways, yeah, get plenty of rest, drink lots of water, right? We all know that this alchemy is the right word, sorry, is, can be a little bit exhausting. Okay. So yes. Um, yeah, there's like again going back to there was someone made a decision long ago is what I just heard that kind of imprisoned the bloodline into this like we have imprisonment with courthouse and occupation, right? That's what I'm saying. It's like in this thing where it's like people could just take from you, like it's like collective 1111 when I'm getting ready to say this. You are in service, you are not a servant. Okay. Um, so, okay. I hope this was helpful. And I love you so much.